It is April 29th, 1992. The Rodney King verdict outraged everyone. The 4 LAPD officers were escorted out. Free, not guilty.
To understand the LA riots of 1992 is to know its backstory.
I just want to say, can we all get along? Can we get along?
Video of the 1991 beating of Rodney King by LAPD officers is infamous. But 2 weeks after this, there was a case that would also shake South. Rioters took to the streets, and after years of cultural tensions, half the businesses burned or looted. 2,000 of them were Korean-owned.
This is Latasha Harlings, 15 years old. She was killed by a Korean immigrant inside a liquor store. And this outraged the black community.
A young woman, a looter, tried to explain what has been going on in this dreadfully troubled city.
It's a way for people to vent their frustration, and then they're like targeting Korean-owned businesses and white businesses.
And yet, what we have seen seemed more a colorblind orgy of wrecking and taking.
The looting was spreading throughout LA, but their main target, Koreatown. LAPD officers blocked off roads leading to rich neighborhoods like Beverly Hills and Hollywood, leaving Koreatown completely defenseless. As the looting and rioting was spreading throughout all of LA County, at 11:30 a.m., David Park, an employee at a local gun store, received a call from his friend. Richard Park, only a few stores down, was in a gunfight. David closed up shop, got his Beretta, and went over there. Once David arrived on the scene, he heard gunshots. David did not hesitate and fired back, causing the looters to flee. And since the LAPD only cared to protect the rich, the Koreans were alone. But they did have guns at their local gun shop. They were arming up, and there was a Korean radio show, and many Koreans would call in when their shops were getting looted, and these Koreans will go and defend them at a minute's notice, just like the Minutemen. Especially since many Koreans either served in the army or also were veterans during the Korean War, which lasted from 1950 to 1953. And this is how we know them today as the Rooftop Koreans, how they got their name. Not just some any amateurs on the streets. These are some veterans, and they armed to the fucking teeth. And as many more Korean businesses became ablaze, many more Koreans armed up, and they had the high ground. So from the high ground, they kept shooting down at the looters, which many Koreans did get injured, but also the looters. And the owner and the employees arming themselves and being on the roof on top of the market where they worked at, shooting off blanks to fend off the looters, which did work, because as if they didn't use blanks, could have ended off in a massacre. And surprisingly, not one person was killed by the Koreans. It was just warning shots to scare off the looters, because they wanted to protect the businesses. Of course, the looters kept throughout all of LA. And as the situation intensified, it would be almost a week before the besieged business owners would see any form of law enforcement.
Trying to protect their businesses from any contingency.
But people are driving by shooting at us, and we have to do something about it. We have no police support whatsoever. National Guard, I've heard about it from early this morning. We don't see any of that support coming out. We have a lot of shotguns in here and some handguns, but we have to use them.
And on May 3rd, after 4 days of non-stop gunfights, the Koreans fended off the looters, and with that saving countless lives and livelihoods of the Koreans. The Korean American identity was born. And on that same day, 1,100 Marines and 6,500 National Guard troops patrolled the streets of LA, putting an end to the chaos. Now, if it wasn't for the brave Rooftop Koreans, K-Town would have been ablaze. The LA riots took over the lives of 60 people, injuring 2,300 people and causing $1 billion in damage, which half of it was from Koreatown as well. April 29th is remembered as Saigu by the Koreans because they were left behind and they had to fend for themselves. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. This did take a long time to make, also because I really wanted to make this video for the longest time as well. I could relate to it because I grew up in LA, and hearing the stories of the LA riots from my family, how horrors and dangerous it was, it's pretty much insane. But I'm just gonna leave you off with these little last clips off, and enjoy, guys. Thank you.
God, I never seen parents teaching children to steal. If I had done that, my mom would beat the stuffings out of me if she had called me stealing. But these parents teaching their kids to steal, I can't understand it. Don't they ever take their kids to church? Do they ever teach them to believe in Jesus? I don't believe this stuff. I just can't.
Who could believe this? Looters of every race and color, just like their victims.
22 years down the drain. I mean, can people realize what they're doing is wrong? This is not the way to overcome racism.
And merchants in neighborhoods of every color picked through the scraps the looters had left behind. And what could they say?
There was a little 9 or 10-year-old and her mother. They were walking out with baskets full of brushes and combs and stuff like that.
And what did looters call this? They said, "We're going shopping." A store overstocked for Mother's Day. Nothing left.
Why? You know? I don't know. Why? Why Korean people, why?
And nearby, a boy answered.
Because everybody hates them, that's why. They charge too much money.
Everybody was doing it. White, Hispanics, blacks.
And in this lawless place, order broken down, people guard their stores with guns.
They can't disarm us because nobody else is going to protect your business. Nobody.
In black ghettos, some businesses tried this. Often, it didn't work.
It's not right! It's not right what y'all doing! I came from the ghetto, too!
And a man who had overcome all the afflictions of a blighted inner city, who had built a store that was the work of his life, saw it all come down and asked why.
You mad at the white man? Why destroy my business? Why destroy my truck? Why steal my computer? I'm trying to make it. Could you understand that? Can't y'all see it? I'm trying to make it.
And now, it's gone. Keith Morrison, NBC News, Los Angeles.